China is not just a country, it is an entire world contained within borders. From ancient dynasties to futuristic megacities, from silent mountains to streets glowing with neon lights, China feels cinematic from the very first moment. It is a land where thousands of years of history stand face to face with the future, where tradition and technology move together, and where every region tells a completely different story. Traveling through China feels like traveling through time. One moment you are standing inside ancient palaces built for emperors, and the next moment you are surrounded by skyscrapers, high-speed trains, and digital cities that feel years ahead of the rest of the world. The scale of China is overwhelming, but that scale is what makes the journey unforgettable. Many journeys begin in Beijing, the capital city and political heart of China. Beijing feels powerful, symbolic, and deeply historic. Wide roads, massive government buildings, and carefully planned spaces give the city a sense of order and control. At its center lies one of the greatest architectural achievements in human history, the Forbidden City. Once home to Chinese emperors for nearly 5 centuries, the Forbidden City is massive in size and rich in detail. Red walls, golden roofs, stone courtyards, and carved gates reflect the authority and discipline of imperial China. Walking through frozen time, where every brick carries a story. Nearby stands Tiananmen Square, one of the largest public squares in the world. Vast and open, it represents modern China's identity and history. Standing here, surrounded by space and silence, feels both powerful and emotional. Just outside Beijing stretches one of the most iconic structures ever built, the Great Wall of China. Winding across mountains, deserts, and valleys, the wall feels endless. Standing on the Great Wall, with cold wind blowing and mountains stretching into the distance, creates a deep sense of scale. This is not just a wall, it is human determination carved into stone. Moving east, the journey reaches Shanghai, China's most modern and international city. Shanghai feels fast, futuristic, and electric. Skyscrapers rise endlessly into the sky, glass towers reflect light, and the city moves at a speed that feels unreal. The skyline of Pudong, featuring the Oriental Pearl Tower and Shanghai Tower, looks like a scene from a science fiction film. At night, neon lights reflect off the Huangpu River, creating a glowing mirror of the city. Across the river, the historic buildings of the Bund stand proudly, reminding visitors of China's past. This contrast, old facing new, perfectly represents the soul of the country. Shanghai never truly sleeps. Luxury malls, hidden street food alleys, quiet old neighborhoods, and busy financial districts all exist side by side. The city feels alive, powerful, and unstoppable. Traveling inland, Lebanon takes visitors deep into ancient China. Once the capital of multiple dynasties and the starting point of the Silk Road, Lebanon feels grounded and historical. The city is home to one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries ever made, the Terracotta Army. Thousands of life-sized clay soldiers stand silently underground, guarding the tomb of China's first emperor. Each soldier has a unique face, expression, and posture. Standing in front of them feels surreal, like looking at an army frozen in time for over 2,000 years. Lebanon's ancient city wall still surrounds the old city, allowing visitors to walk or cycle on top of history itself. China's beauty becomes even more unreal when the journey moves toward nature. In Guilin and Yangshuo, sharp limestone mountains rise suddenly from green fields and rivers. The landscape looks like a traditional Chinese painting brought to life. Mist floats between peaks, farmers move slowly across fields, and the pace of life feels calm and timeless. Cruising along the Li River is one of the most peaceful experiences in China. Every turn reveals another breathtaking view. At sunrise and sunset, golden light reflects off the water, and the mountains fade into mist, creating a dreamlike atmosphere. Further north lies Zhangjiajie, a place that feels almost unreal. Tall stone pillars rise straight into the sky, surrounded by clouds and forests. These landscapes inspire the floating mountains seen in the movie Avatar. Standing on glass bridges and high viewpoints here feels thrilling, especially when clouds move beneath your feet and the ground seems to disappear. As travelers move toward the west and north, the landscapes grow harsher and more dramatic. Inner Mongolia opens into endless grasslands, wide skies, and strong winds. Horses run freely, traditional yurts stand quietly, and life feels deeply connected to nature. At night, The sky fills with stars, creating silence rarely found in cities. Further west, China reaches one of its most powerful regions, Tibet. Often called the roof of the world, Tibet feels spiritual, raw, and emotional. High-altitude plains, snow-covered mountains, and deep blue skies create a sense of isolation and strength. The Potala Palace rises above Lhasa like a symbol of faith, history, endurance. Breathing feels heavier here due to the altitude, but emotions feel deeper. Prayer flags move with the wind, monks walk slowly through temples, and mountains feel alive. Tibet shows a side of China that feels ancient, spiritual, and untouched. China's natural beauty continues in Jiataigege Valley, famous for its crystal-clear lakes that change colors from deep blue to emerald green. Waterfalls flow gently through forests, and snow-covered peaks reflect perfectly in still waters. In autumn, the valley explodes with color. In winter, it becomes a frozen dream. Seasons transform China completely. Spring brings cherry blossoms and fresh green fields. Summer fills rivers and forests with life. Autumn paints the land in red, gold, and orange. Winter covers the north with snow, ice, and silence. Food is another powerful part of China's story. Every region has its own flavors and traditions. Beijing is famous for crispy roasted duck. Sichuan is known for bold spices that burn with intensity. Guangdong offers delicate dim sum, balanced and refined. Street food stalls, night markets, and family restaurants reveal China's soul-through taste. Despite its massive size, China feels deeply connected. Ancient traditions survive inside modern cities. Technology moves fast, but culture remains strong. High-speed trains cross the country in hours, while temples remain silent and unchanged. China is not just a destination, it is an experience of contrast, scale, and emotion. From ancient walls to glass skyscrapers, from silent valleys to glowing megacities, every moment feels cinematic. This is a country that feels unreal, not because it is fake, but because it is too vast, too ancient, and too powerful to fully understand in a single journey. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.